Good evening, and welcome to the first edition of the Wilmington Entertainment News. I'm Fred Allen.
And I'm Maggie Fair. During our show tonight, we're going to take you downtown to meet a very unusual animal who really knows his way around the downtown entertainment district.
Casual Cuz will be in telling you what national bands are destined for North Carolina and which new records you should stash or trash.
Plus, we'll have all the entertainment news for you. And we'll also introduce you to an invisible rabbit.
Maggie will come along with movie news and the latest in home video. But first, let's get the weekend entertainment forecast from Wilmington Entertainment News, Professor Lowell Pressure.
Good evening. I'm Professor Lowell Pressure with this week's entertainment forecast for Wilmington Entertainment News. Starting things off with the weather forecast for entertainment in Wilmington this weekend, we'd like you to note that there will be a definite hot spot over the Mad Monk at the intersection of Market and College Roads this weekend, featuring the music of Icewater Mansion. However, as we begin to approach the downtown area, we will move through the first of several cool spots to be encountered this weekend. The first one will be featured at Hieronymus Seafood Restaurant, and on the menu there will be Carl Rosen with music and comedy this weekend. A bit further down Market Street, on the opposite side, at Eve's, will feature the music and the light turbulence of Shannon Wyatt. As we move further on down Market Street towards the historical Riverfront District, we will then become in the center of the downtown entertainment hotspot. It looks like things are going to heat up on one side and cool down on the other side, and you know what that means in weather terminology. That means some lightning flashes will be happening. First of all, we will be at Front Street News featuring J.J. Miller this weekend, while right across the street there'll be hot and sweaty rhythm and blues with Big Bump and the Stun Guns. Then just back up the street at the Gabriel's in the Hilton restaurant, we will have entertainment by Blue Water, some hot, hot country music. Then, as we go just a bit further across the street by the parking deck, Patty's Hollow will be featuring entertainment by Tony Parrish, formerly of Nouveau Riche. As we hop in our cars and take a spin on down 3rd Street to where it turns into Carolina Beach Road, we'll be pleased to stop at the sunny sounds of International Gardens, featuring music this weekend by the Silver Eagles on Friday night and Slow Hand on Saturday. Then as we wind our way around, up Shipyard Boulevard and back on out Oleander to Wrightsville Beach, things change, as they quite often do when you approach the beach. We're going to see, first of all, that things will be heating up at the Comedy Zone at the Blockade Runner this weekend. First of all, featuring Mark Klein and Michael Flaherty on Thursday and Friday nights. Back up to the north, however, you will note that things get a bit cool at the beach at the Shell Island Resort, featuring Dorothy Sandlin and John Getz on Friday and Saturday night. But then as we whip back down out of the picture to Carolina Beach, there'll be some hot, sweaty times at the Long Branch Saloon Friday and Saturday night with Cold Sweat. There is one place I did forget. It is the high humidity zone for the weekend. We're talking about a place where you can go and sweat all you want to. That is back up at Wrightsville Beach at Django's in the Peppermill Restaurant at the Landing, featuring this weekend hot rhythm and blues. We would also like you to note, for those people that are new in town, we would like you to note that we have several roads here marked in bold color on our Wilmington Entertainment News map. The reason being is because if you are new in town, in some motel room someplace, there is an easy way to get around town. The east and west roads are marked in solid colors, the north and south ones in dashed colors. Market Street, Oleander, and Shipyard Boulevard are your main methods of travel east and west. College Road, Front Street, 3rd Street, which merge into Carolina Beach Road and down to Carolina Beach, are your main north-south arteries of traffic. With those things in mind, we would like to also remind you that some of these clubs we've mentioned may be private and open only to members. So we do suggest that you call ahead and make sure that things are as they should be for your attendance there tonight. It's a great entertainment weekend ahead, so get out there and enjoy it all if you can. This is Professor Lowell Pressure for the Wilmington Entertainment News saying good evening.
In this week's entertainment news, the Thalian Association has announced their 87-88 theater season, and a season ticket membership drive has begun. They'll be presenting A Little Night Music, Oliver, The Fantastics, The 7-Year Itch. The last two performances will be held at Jake's in Jacobs Run. Their final production will be Damn Yankees, to be held in Keenan Auditorium in May. Memberships and season tickets are available through the Thalian Hall offices on Red Cross Street. For more information, call 251-1758.
To some people, food means fun, and just for you, the YWCA will hold a pizza production on Saturday, August the 22nd, from 3:20 to 6:30 p.m. at the YWCA building on College Road. For $10, adults and children under 18 can have all the pizza and Coke they can eat or drink. The program will benefit the YWCA's programs.
Free films for kids will be shown in the second-floor meeting room at the new Hanover County Public Library this Friday. The selection will be J.T. and the Pigeon Who Worked a Miracle. Showtime is 2 p.m. Admission is free.
For those of us who find entertainment in the great outdoors, the North Carolina Aquarium at Fort Fisher will offer a one-day excursion to Bald Head Island on Friday, August the 21st. Participants will be able to see many bird rookeries and one of the largest loggerhead turtle nesting sites on the East Coast. There will be a small fee and advanced registration is recommended.
If you're a singer-songwriter, then the Music City Music News is looking for you for their 8th annual song, lyric, and vocal competition. Entrants have to submit a cassette tape in any of 3 categories: amateur song, professional song, and vocal performance. Lyric compositions must be submitted on lyric sheets. The deadline for tape entry is September 1st. Lyric entries October 15th. Entries will be judged by a panel of music industry experts. If you would like to submit a tape or lyric sheet, just write the Music City Music Festival, Box 1799B, Nashville, Tennessee, 37217.
North Carolina has had its share of ghost in the closet, and that has never been more apparent than in the play North Carolina Ghosts. Presented by the Duplin County Outdoor Drama Society, the final performance of the season will be held on Wednesday, August 29th at 8:15 p.m. in the Kenansville Outdoor Amphitheater. For information or reservations, just call 296-0721. A special children's performance will be held this Sunday, August 23rd at the same time and location.
Fishermen can win big bucks in the 2nd annual Topsail Beach King Mackerel Tournament. The tournament will be held August 27th through the 30th. Other fishing tourneys coming up include the Wrightsville Beach King Mackerel Tournament on September 17th. Good luck out there in the briny deep.
This week on Front Row, Fred will take us to Thalian Hall for the current Opera House Theater Company production of Harvey.
Thanks, Maggie. The Opera House Theater Company has chosen one of the all-time Broadway classics for their 3rd production of this summer season. It's Harvey. It's been delighting audiences of all ages since it's first opened on Broadway and was one of the most watched motion pictures of all time. We asked the director of the play, Jim Martz, if he could tell us a little bit about Harvey.
It's about an invisible rabbit and his friend Elwood P. Dowd. The rabbit has known Elwood for several years, and his sister, Elwood's sister, finally decides that she's had enough of this invisible rabbit hanging around their house, and she decides to have Elwood committed. And the play takes off from there, and the problems of having him committed and the problems of who sees the rabbit and who doesn't.
All in all, Harvey should be the theatrical treat of the summer season. It makes great entertainment for the whole family, so don't miss it. The show is now running and it will close down this Sunday, the 23rd. The second performance run begins next Wednesday, the 26th, and runs through Sunday, the 30th. Showtime is 8 p.m. For more information or reservations, call the Thalian Hall box office at 763-9328 or 763-3398. Reservations are suggested.
Thanks, Fred. You know, there's a time and place for everything. So now is the time, and this is the place, for a look at what's happening on the music scene in Wilmington. And with that, here's the man in the corner, Casual Cuz.
Welcome to the corner. I'm Casual Cuz, and you know what Daddy likes. This is Gene, the display machine. And my life is a fashion statement. If there's one thing I hate, I really hate, is some guy that dresses with less taste than I do on more than I could ever spend. I'm talking about the boy. Boy George. He's got a new record out now. The cover really turns me off. He's threatening to show me something I don't even want to see. Ha! But he's got a new record out, and it's called Sold. And it's up to you whether it's bought or not. It's pleasurable listening, but I recommend you throw the cover in the closet, because you might end up there too. But my stash album for the week, Gene, is the new Grateful Dead album, In the Dark. After all the hassles the Dead have been through, this has got to be one of the classic new Dead albums that will come out for years to come. You know what I'm saying, homeboy? But what a long, strange trip it's been. It's probably going to be the first time the Dead's entering into the top 40 with A Touch of Grey. I'm sure you've heard that on the radio. Now, for my trash album of the week. Yeah, buddy. yeah, Calamity. It's got to be Whitney Houston. Whitney Schmitney, would you give me one break? Your first album sounds like your second album. You didn't even write any of the songs. Come on. Anyway, save your bread. Don't buy the second album. If you got the first album, it's cool. Trash it, Gene. And all these albums and great CDs and tapes, you can get them all at School Kids Records. And don't believe me, believe Gene. Believe me and believe Gene, because I'm telling you, they've got the greatest selection all over town. And now, who's on the road? It's ex-Words and Music Man, Pink Floyd, Roger Waters. He's at the Dean Dome, September 26th. And